Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing this morning? Melanie, Christina, Cheryl T, Vicky, Sapphire. Let me get over here to my live chat. Oh my goodness, guess what? I forgot to let my dog back in, guys. Let me unpin this message. Hey, Emily. Hope I didn't miss anybody in the chat. Hold on, guys. Let me mute for a second. I'll be right back. I am so sorry. I totally forgot. I was waiting on him to come back and I pushed the live button. Oh my goodness. I'm losing my mind. I'm cray cray. Okay, he's not ready yet, so we'll have to mute again and go back and get him. Hey, Hibiscus. Is that how you say it? Hibiscus? How are you doing this morning? So we got a lot to talk about this morning, guys. Uh, First off, before we get to our topics, this morning I saw that they have arrested those dog nappers that shot Lady Gaga's dog walker and stole her dogs. They've arrested, let me see how many people. I think it was like 5. Let me scroll back up. I got my article here. Yes, 5 people were arrested on Thursday. Let me share this. Yes, live chat reminder. Thank you, Sapphire. Sapphire's not feeling well, so y'all say prayers for her. Okay, so the judge wouldn't let nobody take pictures of these weirdos. Um, and they're in some type of gang, but the judge wouldn't let nobody take no pictures of them. Woman that Okay, and so the woman, do y'all remember there was a woman that turned in Lady Gaga's dogs a couple days after her dog walker was shot? Said she found them wandering around. Bull crap. She's connected. She is one of the 5 people that was arrested Thursday. Okay. A judge in Los Angeles banned photographers on Thursday from picturing the 5 suspects charged in the dog napping of Lady Gaga's 2 French bulldogs, issuing a Draconian, something other, order to shield their identity. Draconian order, I think it's how you say it. The 4 men and 1 woman pleaded not guilty on Thursday afternoon before Judge Victoria Wilson, presiding over Los Angeles Superior Court. 3 of the suspects, James Jackson, age 18, Jalen White, 19, and Lafayette Whaley, is that how you say that? 27. They've been charged with attempted murder and armed robbery, according to the LAPD. Judge is an attractive lady. That's district attorney, defense attorney. Jackson, who also faces 1 count of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and a felon carrying a concealed firearm in a vehicle, had his bail set at more than $3 million. White also faces 1 count of assault by means of force likely to produce great bodily injury. The 3 are described by police and documented gang members who targeted the bulldogs because they knew of their high value. When bought from reputable breeders, the animals can cost between $3,000 and $5,000. They were not aware that Lady Gaga was the owner, the police said. Emmett claims robberies were part of a gang initiation. The 2 additional defendants, Harold White, a known gang member, and the 40-year-old father of Jalen White, and his girlfriend, Jennifer McBride, 50, are accused of acting as accessories after the fact by helping conceal the stolen animals. 1 second, guys. My doggy's barking at the door. I'll be right back. I'm coming, Colonel. Come on, sweetie. Okay. McBride was released on bail Thursday after her lawyers argued that she was diabetic, didn't have her insulin with her. Hey, listen here, lady, they'll give your insulin to you in jail. She was ordered to remain under house arrest, leaving only to go to work and wear a GPS ankle monitor. They're probably responsible for that other incident where that lady was walking her little French bulldog. It's and some men jumped out on her, punched her in the face, and stole her dog. And she never did get the dog back. I think the French bulldog's name is Chloe, just a few months old. Aw, look at those puppies. McBride is said to have returned the dogs to the police 2 nights later, prompted by Lady Gaga's offer of a $500,000 reward. McBride surrendered the dogs at the LAPD's Olympic Station, 7 miles from West Hollywood, where they were taken. This was a brazen street crime and left a man seriously wounded, said George Gascon, Los Angeles County District Attorney. We have alleged very, very serious charges in this case and have faith that justice will be appropriately served as this case unfolds in court. The American Kennel Club lists French Bulldogs as the fourth most popular breed in the United States, behind Labradors, Golden Retrievers, and German Shepherds. Their small size, however, makes the French Bulldog a popular target for thieves. Lady Gaga's dog walker, Ryan Fisher, age 30, was shot 4 times while he was out with her 3 dogs, Koji, Gustave, and Miss Asia. The thieves then ran away with 2 of the animals, Koji and Gustave. Miss Asia escaped from the gang before they could put her in the vehicle and ran back to Fisher. Lady Gaga was in Rome filming House of Gucci at the time of the dog napping. She did not pay out the reward due to police suspicions that the woman who dropped the dogs off had acted with the dog stealing ring. Aw, look how cute. Those dogs are divas. Fisher, who has been described as a family friend, survived the assault. He has posted images of himself in a hospital bed on his social media. He also thanked the first responders who saved his life and called for his attempted murderers to be brought to justice. Fisher is expected to make a full recovery after he was punched to the ground and shot in the chest while walking the animals on West Hollywood's Sierra Bonita Avenue at about 10 p.m. on February 24th. TMZ had also cited sources close to the investigation as saying they believe that the incident may have been the result of a gang initiation, but they later said that the theft was part of a dog stealing ring. Yeah, I guarantee they're responsible for that other French bulldog that was taken, little Chloe, from her owner. I'm trying to think of where that was in California, but I know it's not too far from LA. We actually had it as a topic one morning. That girl was out walking her dog, Chloe, and she bent down to pick up her dog mess, and here these men just jump out of a vehicle and punch her in the face and take off with little Chloe. And then a few months later, this happens with Lady Gaga's dogs. I believe it's connected. Could not be. I'm sure there's a lot of dog napping rings out there in LA and the big cities. Lady Gaga's so pretty. I wish I could do my eyeshadow that way. Okay, let me look at the chat. Then we're going to get to Josh Duggar, that freaking weirdo. Hey, Colleen, you made it. I'm behind in my chat here. Let me catch up. Okay, there we go. Hey, Sunnyside. I hope they throw the book at them. Hey, can you believe that weirdo woman? She was dumb enough to think that she was going to go turn those dogs in and collect that $500K. Dumb criminals. I'm glad criminals are so dumb, some of them. They think that they are just so smart. God. And really, they don't have any freaking common sense. They come up with these schemes to get rich quick by stealing from others. Think they're going to get by with it. Hey, get a job. Buy your own freaking dogs and breed them and sell them. Go around shooting people over freaking French bulldogs. It's crazy. The world's freaking crazy. I'm so glad to see you in here, Emily. I've been missing you. I love dumb criminals. Hey, do y'all remember that show, World's Dumbest Criminals? Before we get to Josh Duggar, let me tell y'all what I saw in there one time. This man came in to rob a gas station, a convenience store. Okay, so he robs it and leaves his ID laying on the freaking counter. I swear to God. Oh, how dumb. Okay, so we're going to talk about Josh Duggar here. Now, all I could find out about why he was arrested is it's got something to do with a raid that was previously done on his car lot. Well, what in the hell has he done? He's got federal charges. The state's just holding him. Nobody can find out what the charges are. But it is somehow related to the raid on the car lot and the Duggar compound, as they call it. Let me get my stuff pulled up here. I've got two articles here. This guy is a complete weirdo. You know, he was accused of molesting 5 family members, 2 of his sisters, and some cousins when he was a teenage boy. I believe his dad made a police report in 2006. You know, it makes me wonder because Josh has daughters. Has he messed with those girls? I can't help but wonder that, you know. He's got a serious problem. Do you know that there was a porn star that came out and said that he basically roughed her up during sex? He paid her for a lap dance. They went back to the hotel. He starts spitting on her and everything. I'm going to read y'all the article. Okay. Sex pest Josh Duggar is arrested and placed in federal hold with no bond over 2019 raid on his car dealership, days after his wife announced they were expecting their 7th child. Jesus Christ, he keeps her barefoot and pregnant, don't he? Seems like every time he parks his shoes under her bed, she gets pregnant. Okay, I'm going to go back and make it full screen. Okay. So, I like how they have that sex pest. Josh Duggar of the hit reality TV show 19 Kids and Counting has been arrested in connection to a 2019 raid on his car dealership, 5 years after he was accused of sexually assaulting 5 young girls as a teen. Duggar, 33, is said to have turned himself in without incident to the U.S. Marshals in Arkansas Thursday on federal charges. He was placed in federal hold at a Washington County jail with no bond. The source told The Sun his detention is related to a Homeland Security raid on his now-closed car dealership in Springdale, Arkansas back in November 2019. No charges were brought against the reality star at the time. This marks Duggar's latest brush with the law after his father, Jim Bob, reported him to police in 2006 for allegedly molesting 5 young girls over multiple occasions back when he was 14 and 15. The 33-year-old was also sued by a porn star in 2015 for allegedly assaulting her during sex, but the lawsuit was later dropped. He is also currently in the midst of a separate legal battle after a civil lawsuit was filed against him for real estate fraud. He's just a plain old convict. His arrest Thursday comes days after he and his wife Anna announced they were expecting their 7th child. This has to be stressful on her, and her pregnant, got all those kids at home. There's their family. When I was looking at this picture this morning, I just thought to myself, I hope and pray that he's not done nothing to his daughters. I don't trust him. I wouldn't trust that SOB as far as I could throw him. There is no bond listed for the Arkansas native, and his charges are unclear, but they are on a federal rather than local level. The Washington County Sheriff's Office would not disclose any further details to dailymail.com. only saying that he is in the hold for another department. The Duggar family are said to be extremely concerned about his arrest, but not surprised, having known that this has been coming for weeks. So they knew he was going to be cuffed and stuffed. The family has known that this has been coming for weeks, and Josh has been preparing himself, the source told The Sun, of Jim Bob, his wife Michelle, and their 19 children. They are praying together for Josh and Anna, who is standing by her husband, as she always has. She's an idiot. Family members are extremely concerned by what is happening, and they just want to find out the truth. The source added that the family will be speaking out about the matter shortly, and said they hope this in many ways will bring them closer together and even closer to God. Duggar is being held in the Washington County Detention Center in Fayetteville ahead of his first court appearance at 11 a.m. Friday. That's this morning. In the U.S. District Court, Western District of Arkansas. Authorities have not confirmed the nature of the charges, but they are said to be connected to the raid on his dealership. Okay. Let me see. On November 20th, 2019, federal agents went to the wholesale motor cars in Springdale, Arkansas, as part of what was described as an ongoing federal investigation. The same week, the Duggar home was also reportedly raided, but the family denied this. Homeland Security Investigations spokesperson Brian Cox said at the time he would not reveal the status of the investigation. I do not dispute that the information you've obtained. This is the location that we were. I can't speak to the status of an ongoing investigation, he said, according to KNWA. What in the hell is being going on at this car dealership? I'm going to have to look at the chat. Y'all tell me what y'all think could be going on. What's going on? What kind of illegal activities been going on at this wholesale lot? Been selling lemon cars? Been selling stolen cars? What? We know he's in trouble for real estate fraud. Okay. I cannot speak to any individual that may be under investigation, so I can confirm that we were at the address and spoke to individuals at the location, but I can't discuss any individuals by name, he added. Well, why did the Duggars lie? Thou shalt not lie. It's one of the 10 Commandments. Okay, just 3 days ago, he shared Duggar and his wife of 13 years, Anna, announced they are expecting their 7th child together. The announcement doubled as a gender reveal as pink confetti came out of a clear umbrella the couple, who are both 33, was holding over their heads. It's a girl. Okay. We don't need to read all that. Let's see. Here's the video. Let's look at their gender reveal video. It is cute. I watched it this morning. It's really cute, and all their kids come running. But to me, this happy family in this video looks like a bunch of crap to me. It's a bunch of hogwash, It ain't true. The kids may be happy. They probably don't know what's going on or anything, but there ain't no way this woman's happy in this marriage. And him out doing things like that. Now, I know that they were brought up not to divorce, and you're supposed to stand by your husband, but how much is this woman supposed to take from this man? How much? She just supposed to keep popping out kids left and right while he's on Ashley Madison website looking for people to hook up with, sleeping with porn stars and spitting on them and everything? Where did I read that at in that one article? I think it's another article I have. Let me see. Oh, let's read about the 33-page police report. Okay, according to a 33-page police report of the incident, 4 of the 5 underage girls were his sisters, and Jim Bob allegedly learned of it when Duggar confessed to him in 2002. Duggar was allegedly disciplined at home, but the sexual abuse continued into the following year, with multiple additional incidents, some of which now happened when his sisters and a babysitter were awake. Jim Bob again waited to alert authorities instead of raising the matter with his church elders first. Oh, instead, he raised the matters. He went to the church elders first before he went to police. Is this a freaking cult? Somebody please tell me. Is this a freaking cult? I mean, their house is called a freaking compound. They all got these freaking rules. I mean, the girls and boys, when they're teenagers and they want to go date and things like that, they can't. They can't even hold hands. They got to do side hugs and all that. I don't know. They got to wear these long dresses. Speaking of long dresses, I found this one photo weird up here. Look, that girl's got a short dress on. She must not. That must be one of the Duggar's girlfriends or wives or something. Usually they don't wear dresses that short right there. Which I see nothing wrong with that dress. I wear things like that. Poor Anna. Okay, I need to look at my chat. I got another article about this weirdo. Let me catch my chat up. Okay. Hey, Emily, thanks for the super chat. I about missed it. My chat's flying by. I'm catching it. I believe so. They're part of a quiverful movement. Hey, Pamela. Hey, Cece and chat. I hope to catch you live. Josh looks under the influence of something in his recent mugshot. My opinion. Pamela, I said the same exact thing on my porch chat yesterday evening. I pulled up his picture on my laptop and just stuck it up, to the camera. And I said, he looks high to me. Looked under the influence. It didn't look like no weed to me. Weed don't make your eyes. Weed don't make one eye open and one eye slanted like that. It'll make both your eyes slanted, I guess. Well, I mean, I guess it could. I don't know. I just never knowed weed making you look like that. I smoke weed all the time. I don't look like that. The quiverful is some crazy stuff. I have got to look into that. Yes, it is, in my opinion. A culturality? I thought so. I think whatever he is arrested for is financial stealing some sort. It costs a lot to raise 8 kids. Yeah. You know what? I shouldn't have called her dumb or, well, I can't even remember what I called her when I read that she was standing by his side. But gosh, girl, wake up. This man has got some serious problems. Like, I know you don't want to break up a family and get divorced. That's like some great sin. But do you think God really wants you to live with somebody like that and let somebody treat you that way? And, I mean, just humiliate you time and time again in front of the whole world. She deserves so much better than him. I'm sorry for calling her dumb, but she probably feels trapped. I shouldn't have called her that. I know how it feels to feel trapped. I say stuff sometimes, guys, and then I feel really, really bad about it. That's just the way I am. Let me find this other article about this freaking creep. I like to smack that look off his freaking face. I just got a feeling, I mean, if he would molest his own sisters and cousins, what makes Anna think he wouldn't molest their freaking daughters? That's just killing me. I'm sorry. Okay, this article is called Inside Josh Duggar and Anna's Nightmare Marriage as he faces federal charges. When was this put out? Updated April 30th. Okay, let's look at it. Let's screen share here. Then we'll get on to our other topics. I tried to find, a little bit of information about this weirdo to make it interesting for y'all this morning. Okay, Josh Duggar was arrested, jailed in Arkansas. The 19 kids and counting stars have weathered a string of scandals during their turbulent marriage, from molestation claims to cheating and porn addiction. Don't Anna look different in this photo? Is she had some kind of plastic surgery or she's just doing her makeup different? She looks really pretty. Okay, now here's his old mug shot. Look at him. One eye squinted, one eye open. It looks like to me he's been drinking. The fired reality star, Josh, 33, was taken into custody on federal charges Thursday afternoon. Okay, the charges are related to the 2019 home security raid on his now shuttered used car dealership in Springdale, Arkansas. The bombshell bust comes just 6 years after claims The shamed ex-reality star molested 5 girls as a teen. There's the sisters. Hey, Dr. Phil predicted this. I read an article about that this morning, too. Um, when he interviewed Jessa and Jill, he predicted this. He said that this was just the surface of it. There was a lot more that was going to come out. Okay. Anna, 32, and the Duggar family stood by Josh during his disturbing sex abuse scandal in 2015. That year, In Touch Weekly uncovered a 33-page Arkansas police report claiming Jim Bob confessed to local authorities his eldest son fondled young girls while they were asleep in the Duggar family home back in 2002. Sounds like Jim Bob's downplaying it. Fondling? Is that what we're calling it? Fondling? I believe he done a little bit more than fondling, Jim Bob. You go pray. The In Touch report also claims that in 2006, the Arkansas Child Abuse Hotline received a tip that there was abuse happening in the Duggar household, and the Springdale Police Department reached out to the families for interviews. Josh addressed the allegations at the time, saying, 12 years ago, as a young teenager, I acted inexcusably, for which I am extremely sorry and deeply regret. You're not sorry. You don't deeply regret it. You're sorry your ass got caught. I can't even look at the pictures of that family because I just keep thinking is he abusing his girls. I can't help it. I heard others, including my family and close friends. Josh has never been charged with any crime related to the incidents. His sisters Jill and Jessica came forward as the victims in an interview with reporter Megan Kelly, though they insisted they had forgiven Josh for his sins. Well, I wouldn't forgive him. Jim Bob and Michelle said of the report, back 12 years ago, our family went through one of the most difficult times of our lives. You know, your son's a freaking nuisance. That's what's wrong. When Josh was a young teenager, he made some very bad mistakes, and we were shocked. We had tried to teach him right from wrong. I'm sure they did try to teach him right from wrong, but there's something wrong with him, and he's been a very disturbed person since he was a kid, I would say. In the fallout of the family's reality show, 19 Kids and Counting, was canceled, and Josh was fired from his position at Christian lobbying group, the Family Research Council. He was not included in the family's later spin-off, Counting On. But the scandals didn't stop there, as another report just 3 months later claimed Josh was using adultering dating service Ashley Madison. Okay, this is just going over the same thing. I want to talk about this porn star. Okay, soon after, porn star Danica Dillon, whose real name is Ashley Johnston, claimed he sexually assaulted her during a sexual encounter. In a 2020 interview with The Sun, Ashley, 33, described the alleged incident as being so intense, I felt like this guy tried to kill me. There she is. She accused him of choking, spitting, and calling her worthless during rough intercourse after they allegedly met at a Philadelphia strip club in 2015. He's real Christian-like, ain't he? She claimed he invited her up to his room after he paid $600 for lap dances from her. Ashley, now a married mom of 4, said Josh knows what he's done and has to live with his demons. Josh has always denied the alleged assault. Jesus Christ, she got some coconuts on her. Anna stood by Josh throughout all the scandals, and earlier this month confirmed that she's pregnant with her 7th child. It's a girl. Okay, family photos. Let's look. Then we'll move on. There is a very sad case out of California I want to tell you about. Some babies have been switched, allegedly switched, and I believe they really have been switched at the hospital. And then there's a serial killer on the loose. Okay, let me look at my chat. That's enough about that weirdo. I just wanted to find the part and share with y'all about that porn star. Can you believe it? He hates women. Why does he hate women for? Hey, Red Rhyme. Hey, Dorothy. It proves that men are born this way. His upbringing was pretty vanilla, then his sexual there's no treatment to change his sexual preference. No. Pamela, I wonder if he has have personality disorder. Of course, it's all Satan's fault. Oh yeah, I know, it's all Satan's fault. Hey, Puffin Magic. Let me go back up. So it's a Fed court public. Well, you would think, but I don't know. They must have not put it like on any computers or anything where anybody can find out what his charges are. Let me see what VS 718. I do believe this happens to lots of families. It's a sad situation overall because how many are affected. Yeah, it does happen in lots of families. It was done to me. I was sexually abused as a child. It ruined my childhood, and I was abused by several different people. Yes, and I had a close family member sexually abuse me. And then I had two step cousins when I was about 5 and 6 years old. They were teenagers, 16, 17 years old. They used to fondle me, put their hands down in my pants, things like that. They never did sexually assault me, but yes, they did. They did fondle me and things. And so there's just no excuse. I know that teenagers know better than to touch a little child, a little boy or girl. My son's 14 years old. He's got the same personality as me. He's got a good heart. I know he would never dream or even think of doing something like that. Sexual abuse changes you. Yes, it's affected my adulthood. I've been through a lot. I feel like I could write a freaking book. Maybe I should one day. Anyways, let's move on. I don't want to get on that crap this morning. I'll be all depressed and stuff. I've been feeling good, y'all. I've been feeling recharged and everything. Anyways, you know what, guys? Everything I've been through in life, it's made me the person I am today. Growing up, I always had a good heart and stuff, but everything I've been through, it's made me more sympathetic, empathetic. I try to put myself in other people's shoes and think, what if this was me? What if this was my child? And stuff. I just try to be a good person. Okay, let me get to my links room. What next? Oh, the baby switched at birth? Or did I have Ghislaine next? I can't remember. There's a serial killer, too, I want to talk about in Arkansas. Let me find my baby switched at birth. I must not have saved it. Well, that's alright. I'll go find it. This woman is convinced that... okay, so this lady, Hispanic lady and her husband, have a healthy baby girl at a Los Angeles hospital. They tell her the baby's perfect. They take the baby from her. They bring back another baby with a different skin color. This baby was obviously African American, or, you could tell it wasn't the same baby. And this baby was sickly. And the baby actually died 5 days later. Now, this woman wants to know what the hospital did with her baby. She claims that another woman that had the same last name as her and gave birth at the same time, same hospital, a few doors down, has her baby. I'm going to read y'all the article. Let me pull it up. This is so sad. I believe this woman. And the hospital will not do a DNA test, y'all. It's obvious these babies, wait till I show y'all the picture. They're totally two different babies. You can tell. You know your baby. She said the belly button was different and everything. I've watched Lifetime movies about this, guys. It really happens. Hell, there's been nurses that snuck into the hospitals, or not nurses, but people snuck in and stole babies from the nursery, Okay, look at these babies, guys. I put allegedly in my thumbnail this morning, because it's allegedly. Switched at birth. Mom says someone has her healthy daughter after hospital swapped her for sickly newborn. A Los Angeles mother says someone else is living with her daughter after LAC USC Medical Center allegedly switched her newborn with a sickly infant who passed away. Guadalupe Velez and Mario Barrales insisted they had a healthy baby girl on June 15, 2018. They named her Yarthazal. Her grandfather took photos and recorded videos of the 5.9-pound newborn. So this happened in 2018. At some point, medical staff took the baby from the mother's room for a medical checkup. Velez said when the staff returned, they brought the wrong baby to her, an infant with a different skin tone, body shape, and belly button. Velez said the baby girl given to her was in dire medical condition. She passed away 5 days later from lung abnormality, complications, and other medical issues. They told me once that it was a girl and that it came in perfect condition, Velez told Univision. They changed the girls. They gave us another baby. I'm not okay. I want to know what happened. They're pretty adamant about this. They say they don't want money either. Let me just say that. Velez reportedly claimed that the hospital refused to do a DNA test when they asked. Meanwhile, I looked up how to pronounce this name. Meanwhile, the husband said something was missing with the second newborn. A feeling was lost that he had for the other children. I didn't feel that attraction. I said, this girl is not from us. I did not feel the same way as when I hugged my 2 children. I didn't have that feeling. These are obviously 2 totally different babies. Obviously. In response, a spokesperson for LAC USC Medical Center, Connie Castro, said that newborns are never separated from their mothers until both mom and child were wearing identification bracelets. LAC and USC Medical Center follow strict protocols to ensure that a parent and newborn baby are kept together and never separated until identification bracelets are placed on each, Castro said. All patients who deliver babies are registered upon admission. Once delivery occurs, the newborn is also registered and a set of parent and child identification bands with identical information is generated by computer. A nurse reviews the bracelets with the parents and places the bracelets on the mother and the newborn baby. Well, lady, maybe someone broke protocol. I know they automatically put a bracelet on Timothy and me. Okay, Barrels said he never saw an identification bracelet on his daughter. I asked the nurse why my daughter didn't have the bracelet on her foot, and she told me that if she was a brunette like me, then it was mine, he said. Velez said she thinks that her baby may have been confused with a mother's baby in a nearby maternity room who has the same name as her. Maybe my daughter was given to her, and her daughter was given to me, Velez said. I have a feeling that she is alive, and I need to find answers. Hey, I'm believing them. I'm believing them. Okay, so the husband is an immigrant from Mexico who does not speak English. Reportedly said he felt disadvantaged taking on Los Angeles County in a legal matter. He made it clear, however, that he is not looking for money, only justice. They only want to know if this lady has their daughter. They want to know what happened to their daughter. I believe they were given the wrong baby from the photos. That's just my opinion, gut feeling. There's something to this. I don't want money. I want justice. This was a nurse's mistake. They didn't know how much pain they were going to cause us. It's hell. Well, prayers for them. You know what? And they're not seeking money. So that right there says a lot to me. It says to me that they are really heartbroken and they know something's not right. Gosh. Those babies look totally different. Look at the legs on that baby. The legs on the other baby, you don't see all those wrinkles. Bless its little heart. Whichever one of them that passed away. Aw. I hope that the hospital will take responsibility. At least do a DNA test. At least do a DNA test. You can track down the other mom. If it's her baby, you got nothing to worry about. But it looks like to me somebody broke protocol. Now, if they was suing for money, I'd be like, But the pictures do. They look totally different. I'd want my baby and money. Yeah, skin color alone tells a story. I know it. They could have switched the bands on the babies. Hospitals don't deny DNA tests. They can have the DNA test done. They simply have to pay for them. I can't believe it's been 2 years. I would have pressed for it now. I wonder if they were just mourning. I don't know. Maybe, see, he said he felt disadvantaged because he cannot speak English. Do you know, I watched a true story on Lifetime Movie Network. A nurse switched two babies. And the reason she switched the babies, one baby was born to a bad family. Wasn't going to have much. She could tell the lady was like, in a bad space. So the baby was sickly. So they switched this other family, good family's baby with the sickly baby. And they didn't find out till like years later. Yeah. What would you do? What would you do if you found out you took home the wrong baby? Let's say 10 years later, even a year or two later, you're done attached to this child, but still you would want your biological child. Gosh, that would be tricky. I was scared to death when I had Timothy that something like that would happen. I wanted to put a little mark on the bottom of his feet. But you could tell Timothy was my baby. He looked identical to me. He's got the same lips, everything. But still, there was like a lot of babies in the nursery, but it was mostly girls. I think Timothy and another little boy was the only boys in the nursery. Oh, and there was a little baby that was born with webbed fingers when I had Timothy, and they were taking her to St. Jude. Okay, so prayers for that family. I hope there's something up with that. There's something weird about it. The babies look totally different. Okay, what else are we going to talk about? Oh, yeah, the serial killer. Oh, but Madame Perv. Let me get to Madame Perv real quick. Ghislaine Maxwell's got a black eye, y'all. How much you want to bet she blacked her own eye? She'll do anything to try to get out on bond. Let me find my picture here. I went there and told Mark this morning. I said, guess what? He's like, what? I was like, Ghislaine's blacked her own eye, try to get out of jail. He's like, how do you know? I said, I don't know. It's just my opinion. It's just a theory. It don't look that bad. I wonder if she ever flushed her toilet. Oh, pervert. This one right here. I went and pissed on this. She's on fire. Had to keep walking. Ooh, candles. Gosh, they always advertise what I've been looking up. Okay, revealed. First photo from prison shows Perv, Madam, Ghislaine Maxwell with black eye. Yeah, it ain't too bad. I've had worse. I've had bigger shiners than that. A lot bigger shiners. I've had both my eyes blacked. An attorney for accused child sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell released a photograph of her client in jail with a bruise under the corner of her eye. It was the first photograph of the jail British socialite and madam for Jeffrey Epstein since she was arrested last summer. Attorney Bobby Sternheim included the tightly cropped photograph in a letter filed with the Manhattan Federal Court case, claiming the guards confronted her over the bruise, demanding to know how she got it. No guard addressed the bruise until Miss Maxwell, who has no mirror, caught a reflection of her aching eye in the gleam of a nail clipper. Sternheim wrote. At that point, MDC staff confronted Miss Maxwell regarding the source of the bruise, threatening to place her in the SHU if she did not reveal how she got it. SHU is a special housing unit where Sternheim said guards put inmates if they've been injured or abused by other inmates. They don't take kindly to sex predators. Maxwell's attorneys have been repeatedly pushing to get their wealthy client out of jail on bond, but the judge in the case has denied all those requests, most recently this week. Sternheim's letter comes 2 days after the most recent denial. She blacked her own eye. I could bet you my life she blacked her own eyes. She's isolated away from everybody. And the guards are not going to risk their jobs, and beat her up and stuff like that. Everything is recorded in the jail. And they know what a big titty baby she is. I mean, she came out and said, they were being cruel to her because they made her clean. They made her clean her cell because she was not flushing her toilet, her urine and feces, and it was stinking up the jail pod, the cell block. And she calls that cruel punishment. Gosh, she is such an idiot. Okay, another of her attorneys, David Marcus, said he believes Maxwell may have unintentionally injured herself trying to keep the light from the guard's frequent suicide checks out of her eyes. Has she never heard of covering her head with the sheet or blanket? Jesus. She may have been in the stage of half sleep while being tortured with shining lights, he said. Please keep in mind that it's been 10 months of bad sleep, inedible food, undrinkable water, and solitary confinement for absolutely no reason. How would you look? Why, cry me a river. She should have thought about that when she was recruiting underage girls and grooming them and molesting and raping them with Jeffrey Epstein. She should have thought about that crap. She thought she's going to get away with that crap forever, sick bitch. Maxwell has been charged with sex trafficking and other charges related to procuring girls for Epstein's deviant proclivities. She has pleaded not guilty. Her trial is expected to begin this summer. Epstein died of an apparent suicide while awaiting trial nearly 2 years ago. Let me tell y'all something. If they weren't going in there checking on her, they'd be complaining about it. Oh, they don't care about her. Oh, something could happen to her. She's in bad mental health. She may try to harm herself. That's what they would be saying. They're trying to get this weirdo out of jail. She don't look that bad to me being solitary confinement, and it don't look like that bad of a black eye to me. If somebody had a hit her, it blacked a lot worse than that. I know. Freaking weirdo. She don't get no sympathy from me. Hey, faithful one. Oh, gosh, I got to catch up with my chat here. I know that baby switching happened many years ago, but they have improved their procedures greatly since then. I get a feeling that these poor parents may just not want to accept. You know what, Cheryl T? I thought about that too. I thought about that. I'm just so empathetic and sympathetic. I just feel their pain, and I feel like they're serious about what they're saying. They're adamant about the baby being switched. I don't know. You have a good point. A good point. But the babies look so much different, though. The skin colors are different. A lot different. It would be worse if they wanted to beat her. Yes, it would be. It would be. Hey, they are checking on her all the time to make sure that she doesn't commit suicide like Epstein did. Oh my gosh, she probably poked herself with her own toothbrush. Hey, I blacked my own eye a little bit over at the funny farm when I went inside the chicken lot on one of the perches. I bent over, dumped out some water. It was dark and kind of turned my head around, and it poked me right in the freaking eye. She probably poked herself with her own toothbrush. She's not allowed toothbrush. She's not. She's not allowed toothbrush. You can make a shank out of those. She's on suicide watch. She's on suicide watch. If she's on suicide watch, she threatened something. Let me just tell you. They just don't take you and put you on suicide watch for no reason. She threatened something. They might have put her on suicide watch as procedure when she first came in there, because she'd just been arrested, never been in jail before. They probably did put her on suicide watch, but to have her on suicide watch for 10 months, she's had to threaten something. See, I keep telling you, safety glasses around those birds, especially Sunny. I know, Emily. I'm going to get Sunny's spurs removed. I hate doing that. I like animals just to be natural. But I'm afraid he's going to start cutting up my hands. And if he didn't have those spurs on him, I could go in that chicken lot with him. Okay. Now we're going to look at a serial killer, guys, caught on camera. Caught on camera. He's been going around Little Rock, Arkansas, stabbing people. Unprovoked attacks. And he's caught on video. Now, I was on TikTok the other day, and I followed this homeless boy that's got this dog. And he's from Arkansas. And he put up a video the other day talking about the cops have been finding chopped up bodies. Okay. Video shows unidentified serial killer who stabbed 3 victims to death in random attacks. Authorities in Arkansas are searching for a suspected serial killer who they believe carried out 4 stabbings, 3 of them fatal, between August 2020 and April of this year. In the most recent attacks, Little Rock police said the unidentified suspect is believed to have stabbed Deborah Walker, 43, 15 times on April 11th. Walker survived the attacks, but Marlon Franklin, 40, a homeless man who the suspect stabbed a day later, died from his injuries, according to KATV. 15 times she survived? Wow, wasn't her time to go, honey. Police Chief Keith Humphrey said the 4 victims were chosen at random. All of the attacks reportedly occurred between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. Humphrey said similarities in the 4 incidents led them to believe they are linked, but he did not reveal what information led to that assumption. The first attack, which occurred on August 24, 2020, Larry McChristian, 64, was stabbed to death in the front yard of a Little Rock residence. A month later, on September 23rd, Jeff Welch, 62, was stabbed in the neck on the front porch of a home. He later died of his injuries. Walker said she was walking when a man approached her and stabbed her 15 times. She reportedly provided police with a description of her attacker. According to KATV, the suspect is a black male who is more than 6 feet tall and has a slender build. On Thursday, Little Rock police released surveillance footage showing the person they believe committed the 4 attacks. A $20,000 reward is being offered for information in this case. Anyone with information is asked to call the Little Rock Police Department at 501-371-4636. Let's watch the surveillance. Let's go full screen. Okay, we'll just let it play. The following video features the primary suspect believed to be involved in multiple murders in Little Rock. We understand the video quality is poor, but please see if you can recognize this individual. There he goes. It's unusual for a black male to be a serial killer. There's not that many serial killers that are African American. It's mostly white males. Let's watch this weirdo. There he goes. Go zoom in on him. Hey, if you're in Little Rock, do not be out between, don't be out late after midnight. Seems that's when he's roaming the streets looking for prey. So is he only attacking Caucasians? That's what it seems like to me. Okay, we are asking the community members to do the following. Share any information you have about this case with Little Rock PD at 501-371-4636. If you have external house cameras, check the footage and contact Little Rock PD if anything stands out. Report suspicious activity to the police. I hope they catch this son of a gun. Y'all remember that guy that was doing that in Florida? A couple years back? Black male too. Young black male. Maybe this guy got the idea from that case. They finally caught that guy. He was from a good home, young dude. Okay, guys, I guess that's it for our true crime, but I got us a good little video to end our stream. I'll probably see y'all for a Friday night stream on the porch later on, probably around dark. Let me share this little TikTok video. This is so cute, y'all.
A serial digging ring. Prosecutors say Dolly and her younger sister Daphne have been indicted for a string of holes that have appeared over the past few weeks in this historically underserved part of the yard. In addition to the digging charges, Dolly has been charged with luring and entrapment. This security camera footage shows Dolly luring her sister in with play, beginning to dig, and then running away to the back door where she would act concerned. Daphne's attorney says she's cooperating with investigators after discovering her sister had attempted to frame her for the crime. Through her attorney, Daphne says, quote, "I thought we were having fun and I was being helpful." Both are being held inside while the investigation continues. Dolly is not commenting, but has reportedly reached out to the ACLU, alleging in this jurisdiction the victims are also acting as the investigators, prosecutors, judge, jury, and the media. Residents say this yard is already safer now that this criminal ring has been exposed and the dogs are being held behind smudged glass. I'm live on the scene where investigators say they...
I hope y'all could hear that. Oh my gosh, that cracked me up this morning. Don't forget that touch DNA on that thumbs up. Yes, you guys give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. I never look at them. I've had them turned off since I started my channel because it used to hurt my feelings. People would give me thumbs down before I even freaking started. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, don't matter. Leave me a comment below, leave me an emoji. I don't care. It helps the analytics. Anyways, I will see y'all later for some coffee on the porch. I may find us a game or something to do tonight. Something fun. We're going to have some fun. I got to get beautified, though. I'm going to go do my roots. I got me some medium ash blonde hair dye. I'm going to do this hair. I'm going to put a face mask on and just enjoy the day. See y'all later, guys. Be safe, be kind, and peace. Guys, if y'all live alone, please keep your doors and windows locked, okay? Get you a weapon. If you don't want a gun, get a taser, get some pepper spray, get a dog, and don't be out alone. And if you are, be vigilant. Be safe, okay, guys? All right, love y'all. Be safe, be kind, peace.